Have you ever pondered how many choices you make in a day and what influences those decisions? The truth is, many of our decisions are made subconsciously without even realizing it. One of the most impactful yet unnoticed influences is the default effect. It's the psychological phenomenon where we tend to stick with preset options, whether it's the settings on a new phone, the salad dressing at a restaurant, or even the organ donor selection on a driver's license application. Let's delve into an interesting case study that brings the power of the default effect to life. Picture a typical office scenario. A company is trying to encourage its employees to participate in a retirement savings plan. They introduce two schemes. In one, employees have to opt into the savings plan, and in the other, employees are automatically enrolled but have the option to opt out. Can you guess which one had a higher participation rate? Surprisingly, or perhaps not so surprisingly, the automatic enrollment scheme saw a participation rate of almost 85%, while the opt-in scheme only managed a meager 25%. This is the default effect in action. Even though employees had the freedom to make a choice in both scenarios, the effort of actively opting in or the inertia of maintaining the status quo influenced the majority to stick with the default. This decision or lack thereof could have significant implications on their financial future. Now, what exactly is the default effect? It's a cognitive bias that nudges us towards selecting an option when it's set as the default. This happens due to the perceived effort of changing the default setting or the assumption that the default is recommended. In essence, the default effect plays on our tendency to follow the path of least resistance. Making a change requires extra decision-making effort, which we are often reluctant to expend. As a result, defaults can significantly influence outcomes in various settings, from technology to healthcare to financial planning. For example, when signing up for a new software or service online, users are often presented with default privacy settings. Studies have shown that most users accept these defaults without modification. This inclination can have far-reaching implications for privacy and data sharing preferences, as the default options are typically designed to benefit the service provider, potentially at the expense of the user's privacy. In conclusion, the default effect is a powerful force that shapes our decisions in ways we might not even realize. It highlights the power of inertia and the path of least resistance in our daily decision-making. Whether it's a conscious choice or a subconscious inclination, the default effect is always at play, nudging us towards the path of least resistance. So, the next time you find yourself at a crossroads, remember the default effect and perhaps, just perhaps, choose to challenge the default.